Majesty the King has been awarding various people various awards, but it's this particular award to one of the Queen's closest confidants, none other than Angela Kelly, a lady that gave up her family time to move in with our late and beautiful monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, in Windsor Castle during the COVID-19 pandemic. Lots of people were shocked by the award that she received, but is there a bigger picture as ever behind it? Let me explain. Hi, good morning. Neil Sean here. Nice to have your company, and as ever, thank you so much for joining me today, and welcome one and all brand new subscribers. Lovely to have your company. The Gwyneth Paltrow story, ooh, that caught attention, didn't it? But, as I said, it's strange, isn't it? The whole situation is very strange. The whole court case is very strange, but there's only ever one winner if you're a celebrity, because somehow you can spin it to your advantage. It doesn't really matter. The same could be said, really, of this particular breaking royal story, because over the last couple of days it was announced that Angela Kelly, a woman, as I say, who devoted a lot of her personal time to looking after our beautiful monarch, the late Queen Elizabeth II, has now received the CVO. Lots of people thought that she would get damehood, obviously, and when you think about it, it is rather shocking. Although, as we told you before, Angela herself does have something of a bit of a, shall we say, fractious background with many senior roles within that inner circle, and particularly with other working staff members. Now, I take the impartial view of this. It's very difficult, isn't it? If you become the favourite, shall we say, of the monarch, then of course you're going to get one or two sides. And obviously, she had a very difficult job, because she had a high profile job, which was in fact to make our wonderful monarch look her absolute best in all those beautiful bright colours. But it was said that a lot of senior royals did not like the closeness that the former Docker's daughter Angela had to Her Majesty the Queen. One of the tipping points apparently was when, according to a very good source, it was Angela's suggestion, apparently having watched Coronation Street with our late monarch, that they went along to see that particular set, a reopening of the set. Again, very difficult to prove, and why not? The Queen had already visited Coronation Street many years earlier for her Silver Jubilee, so, could be nitpicking, as many people might say. But according to a very good source, is the King Charles, playing a longer game, because the bigger picture is this. While Angela retains a grace and favour apartment out at Windsor Castle for the remaining duration of her lifetime, a lot of people are wondering, would she now be the next person to write a book? Now, as we know, she's already enjoyed a best-selling book called Dressing the Queen, all with the Queen's blessing at the time. But this time around, obviously, her story is far more interesting to publishers, who are willing to offer whatever it takes in order to Angela to sign on the dotted line. And according to a very good source close to the King, he's simply, well, shall we say, biding the moment. That's not to say that Dame Angela would not make it one day, but right now she's going to have to settle for being a non-dame, but a latest award. The better news in this particular story is all those wonderful guys who were very, very brave in being the pallbearers to carry the coffin of the late monarch during her beautiful funeral service, of all being awarded too. So there is some nice news out of that. There's a tragic story attached to one of the pallbearers though, but we won't upset many people now, but it's a very sad story attached. But what a nice, truly fitting tribute to everybody who received an award regarding, of course, their dedicated service to the late monarch and what they did throughout that beautifully composed, exquisite funeral service. As for Angela, it's not quite over yet. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.